It's officially winter. Have you done anything that you said you were going to this year? Chances are probably not. But look, every season there is a new opportunity for you to lock in and start achieving more. And now it's the winter arc. Look, I'm going to assume that you had your fun this summer. Point is, that's in the past now. Now is the time for isolation and for focus. So today I'm going to be going over everything that you need to do in the full guide to perfect your winter arc. I think the first place to start is setting out your goals. When you don't have any real goals, it's like you're throwing darts blindfolded. You have to know what you're chasing and you have to know what you're striving for. And I really recommend starting off with little goals to make sure that you're going to build up momentum, and that's going to carry you out to your big goal. What do you want by the end of the winter? Now I'm going to be real with you. You are not going to achieve anything crazy, but you should become a person who is more disciplined. That way everything else will follow. So for some of you guys, this is going to be going to the gym. You could pick up running. I know it's a little bit cold outside, but treadmills, running outside, doesn't matter. This could be financial goals, career goals, or for those of you guys in school, academic goals. Put this in a place that's going to remind you every single day what you are going for. That way, whenever you start to get off track, maybe you start to feel a little bit lazy, you have a nice little reminder of what you're going after. This could be your lock screen. This could be right next to your bed. For me, I always look at it at my journal, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, since we're talking about goals, I think it's very important to have the conversation of prevention of bad habits. Look, there's no chance that this is going to be your first set of goals. I will say a lot of you guys are probably going to write down the same goal that you did in the beginning of the year, maybe halfway through the year. You have to understand that there's a reason why you did not achieve this. So start thinking of the reason that you fell off track, that you didn't hit your goals. This could be something as simple as procrastination. Maybe something came up. Maybe it wasn't your fault. Look, I truly think that there's really nothing that you cannot achieve, and therefore you have to take some responsibility. You have to take some accountability. The reason why you have not achieved your goals is simply your fault. Now we're going to start thinking about ways to prevent ourselves from failing. So don't allow yourself to fall back in the same bad habits. Stop doom scrolling. Stop looking for quick ways of dopamine. You have to rewire your brain. You have to start being more conscious of your time. Once I started thinking about my time as an actual resource, then it made things a lot more clear. This is truly a resource. In fact, it's the most important one. There's a reason why every single major platform, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, all these places are fighting for your attention and for your time. So be more conscious of your time, realize when you're wasting it, and start thinking of ways that you could use it better. The next thing you have to do is plan out your daily regimen. You are made up of your habits. If you constantly have bad habits like eating bad, staying on the couch, not exercising, you are going to look terrible, you are going to feel terrible, and you are never going to achieve what you want. So make out the simple changes. Instead of always eating fast food, go to a grocery store, pick up some healthy meals. You got to keep in mind, these are a lot more simple to make than you think. You remember when I was talking about prevention? I, for the longest, knew that I had to start going to the grocery store and buying real food instead of always waiting till the last second till I'm hungry. Then I would just go to In-N-Out and buy a hamburger, knowing that it was terrible for me. But now that I was proactive, now my fridge is stocked with chicken, with steak, with a bunch of proteins, things that are going to help me stay on diet while filling me up. It is so much easier to lose weight. It is so much easier to stay on my goals. Essentially, it's just so much easier to win. I was intimidated by cooking, but once I started to do it, I realized it's not bad at all. It's not hard, and it just takes the first step. That's exactly what you need to do. The next thing you really have to start focusing on is your mental health. Now, I gotta be honest, these last few weeks have been so tough on me. And if I didn't build myself up to be the person that I am today, granted, I'm not content. I still don't think that I'm this great person yet, but I am making progress, which makes me happy. 1 year ago today, that same feeling that I'm feeling right now would have left me in my bed all day, would have left me with no motivation to exercise, to do any work. Difference is now I'm a lot more disciplined. So even if I don't feel like running, I'm going to go on a run. Even if I don't feel like working, I'm going to sit at my desk and work. Trust me, I'm not saying this to stroke my own ego. I'm saying that this is very possible for you to develop these habits and this sort of mindset. Like I said, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I am making steps. Q4, I finally got my own place and I'm excited to just sit down and work. In fact, I'm literally living in Los Angeles, which is a great place to go party and go do a bunch of stupid stuff. But the reason why I got this, especially for Q4, is for this winter arc. I am here to work. I'm here to achieve all my goals for this quarter, more specifically for this winter. Look, as much as I love the idea of a winter arc, most people are just using this for one thing only, and that is fitness. As much as I love fitness, I don't think life is solely just about the way you look or your physique. Like I said, it's a great thing to have, but my winter arc, I want to do more than that. I want to achieve new things. I want to look my best and I want to feel my best. And again, this is exactly how I'm going to do that. So honestly, most people, they're going to go back to bulking because winter is typically the time where everybody goes on a bulk. I am not that happy with my physique. Back in May, I was very proud of my physique, but then I started going out, I started traveling. I was enjoying my time. I absolutely have no regrets. However, I stopped taking care of my physique like I once was. So now more than ever, I just want to get back to that. So that's exactly what I'm doing. on going on a mini cut just so I could feel happy about my own physique. But if you feel like you need to gain weight, now's the perfect time to do that. Like I said when we were talking about writing our goals, this should also pertain to your fitness goals. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? Do you want to get stronger? Whatever the case is, write that down and start working on that daily. Now, I talk about cutting a lot, but let's just say, hypothetically, if I were to go in a bulk, I would start upping my calories, but by no means am I going to be going to fast food restaurants to In-N-Out every single day. Look, as much as I love them, I know that that's going to make me feel groggy and tired. That's the last thing that I want, especially because, like I said earlier, life isn't just about your physique. Sure, if I wanted to gain as much size as possible, I would be eating everything in sight, but I know I still have so much to do throughout the day and I have to feel good for that. I have to be mentally clear for that. So my diet should reflect that. So if I were to try to gain weight, I would up my protein, I would up my calories slightly to make sure that I'm still in a calorie surplus, but not by too much. And again, I would just focus on protein. Anyways, going back to mental health because I got a little bit sidetracked. The biggest thing that always helps my mental health is self-reflection. Again, there's always a reason to why you are feeling a certain way. There's a reason why I currently am struggling with anxiety right now. And I wish I could tell you the reason. Right now I have a few things in mind, but I'm still working it out. I'm still journaling and I'm still reflecting what I'm doing throughout the day that's causing my anxiety and what I could be doing better. Self-reflection is insanely important. So if you haven't already, go buy yourself a journal. If it's one that's aesthetically pleasing, the better, but whatever helps you as long as you're keeping track of this. And speaking about keeping track, set out a time throughout the week to track your progress and reflect on what you could be doing better. Essentially, have a time to plan out your week to make sure that you are doing what you need to do. So for me, I like to do this on Sundays. Sundays is when I take a picture in the mirror, see how my physique is looking. I write down what I did throughout the week. I look at all that, and now with a fresh perspective, I try to plan out my week accordingly. What do I want to get done this week? What can I realistically achieve this week? And of course, I'm writing down all of this. Look, despite this being an isolated summer, you should always be looking your best, whether that's in the gym or especially going out. As funny as this sounds, the way I'm thinking about this is being Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne does a lot of things, yet he's isolated. Nobody can really talk to him. That's exactly my plan. But of course, Bruce Wayne is very put together and always dressed well. So that's exactly what you need to do. Now, that being said, aesthetics are very important. So if you want to have that good aesthetic, that Bruce Wayne aesthetic, I would stick to darker clothes. I'd make sure everything is tailored and fitted to make sure that I'm always looking good. And of course, just have that good aesthetic. Now, that being said, it doesn't have to be expensive. And if you want to see the 10 best items from Uniqlo, it costs less than $100. Here's a video that's going to show you exactly that.